And he's going to set him up with a pretty short field here, Brock, after getting a big chunk on that return. Looked like he had a chance to break it, but still 29 yards on the return. And the Vikings are going to take over with their eyes on the end zone. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Grabbed by Jordan Addison. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down. First carry here for Aaron Jones. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them first and goal. Now McCarthy. He's on the move. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. Second and goal, back to all the way up to the 14 here. Another try following the sack. And he finds him in the end zone for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings making a 3-score game already in the first. How quickly things can change, partner. The pain for being taken down that prior play, yeah, I imagine that's gone and forgotten now, and it's been replaced by the adrenaline from finding the end zone there.
Yeah, that defense could have certainly used the pass rush from the previous play because that quarterback had plenty of time to scan the field and make a throw. And he gets an immediate measure of revenge for that sack. You go with what you think is your best option. There they felt like it was going to be a pass, but sometimes it simply doesn't work.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Dallas Flowers now on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Colts offense set to head out. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
And he crosses the sideline a yard or two beyond, looks like the 30. Second and 6 coming up here. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Taylor makes the kick. He gets crushed behind the line, and the ball comes out. It's picked out by the Vikings, going the other way. And Minnesota returns this to the end zone. Touchdown. The Vikings capitalize on the turnover and add to their lead. Step 1 is just making the hit, Brock. Step 2, trying to knock the football out with that hit, and they were even fortunate enough to get to step 3, weren't they? Taking that fumble all the way back for a touchdown.
They just look at that level, Joe. A unit that doesn't get to celebrate the end zone all too often, they will welcome the chance to be the guys running it in for a change. Cue up the group celebration, and boys, go enjoy the moment.
Flowers now to return it. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. The Colts have running back Jonathan Taylor headed out with the rest of the offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Taylor again. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Jonathan Fuller with the stop. Here's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down. To throw, Richardson. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And what a hit there. Ouch, she faced the press for moving the chains that time. 1st and 10 from the 41. Play action with Richardson. That winds up incomplete and brings an end to our opening quarter. Ready now for our 2nd quarter. The Colts have the football. They start out 2nd and 10. Now Richardson to throw. He's on the move. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Richardson now. Escapes the pocket. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. The Colts ready for the punt. Brandon Powell. Turn for the Vikings. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Begins his return at the 16. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Man in motion here. Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. Flush down out to his left. He'll get this to Jefferson. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. On the move. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. He's going to push one deep down the... It's complete! Oh, my! They left him wide open downfield. He does it! Touchdown, Minnesota! The Vikings ballooning the first half lead even further. Jordan Addison, the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this two-point attempt fails. Here's Reichard set to kick this away. Flowers now to return it. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Here comes the Colts offense now for another possession. On 1st down, it's Richardson. He's on the move. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Colts.
And the Colts 1st down.
Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. He'll cobble together a yard there. That's Harrison Phillips there for the stop. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Broke through the tackle, and he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Richardson now on 1st and 10. Escapes the pocket. He's stepping up. He loses the football. It's picked up by the Vikings going the other way.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is at a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
Finds him on the crossing route. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. 1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Picked off Zaire Franklin. And the Colts are stopped on the return just shy of their own 35. Well, okay, I guess we've got a couple of very giving teams today, Brock. One side coughs it up with a fumble. Then the other side graciously hands it right back with the interception.
Hey, listen, if you like playmaking defenses, then you like this game right here. These defenses, they're the ones supplying. And they're putting their stamp on this game.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. From the gun, Taylor. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Option give to Taylor. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Jonathan Bullard with the stop. All right, here we go, 2nd down. They go again with Taylor. And all that for a single yard. What an effort to get what he could there. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Here's pressure, and he's dropped by the Vikings. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. So this one goes out of bounds inside the 20, but not by much. They're giving him the 8. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Dumped off to his running back. And he's brought down for a loss. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. Man in motion, headed right. 3rd and very long here. They're trying a jet sweep. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. They've got 1st down from the 31. Now it's McCarthy. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. McCarthy throwing here. Getting out to his left. He's going to keep it this time. A lot of grass ahead. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. McCarthy looking to throw. Jones reels it in. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. Throw caught at the 6. And that's a Minnesota touchdown. And that, Brock, I know you're keeping track, but just in case our audience isn't, his 4th first-half passing touchdown. At the pace he's on, this would be a new record if he has a 2nd. Oh, look at this. They're faking it. Got it inside the 10. And he isn't going to reach the end zone. But hey, if that's the only thing that goes wrong, this game has been A-okay. The 2-point try fails. Flowers now to return it. This return makes it up to the 25. The Colts out there on offense late in this first half. And we're down inside a minute to play in the half, but that's enough time to get a drive together. 1st down throw here from Richardson. Buys time, rolling right. He's running with it. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Dallas Turner there to bring him down. Timeout Indianapolis. That's its 2nd. Need to get get some positive yardage here. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Rolling left, buying some time. Taking off with it again. He doesn't slide down and he pays for it. A big shot sends him to the ground. 3rd and short yardage here, Richardson. He's on the move. This time they're going to get there and they drop it. And they're going to have to regroup after this one. Rigoberto Sanchez on the punt. So we've reached halftime in Minneapolis with the Vikings out in front at the break. Now we'll send you south to our apologies to the halftime performers and anyone hoping for a quick snack break. Nope, not this time. We're pushing right through and getting the 3rd quarter started. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Flowers now to return it. Fights off a tackle, but he lost the ball. He left the ball behind. And they steal it back on the return. It's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings keeping the pedal floored and adding 6 more. Not exactly the big play that these reworked kickoffs were designed. Oh, it's a fake. Looks like they're going to throw. That's incomplete left side.
I know these special teams coaches spend all week trying to find a little weakness, and I guess they saw something on film they may have liked. But I think this serves as a reminder, if you want to get 2, try the conversion from the 2-yard line next time.
And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Taylor now up the middle. Oh, he lost the football. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. 1 play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. Buying some time left. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. They connect on the deep shot. And he finds him in the end zone for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings push their lead further to start the half. Well, they certainly wasted no time in making that turnover hurt even more. They looked to the end zone on the very first play, Brock, and they connected.
You know, Kate, I love it. It was an ambush to begin the drive. They attacked that end zone against a defense who was out there on short notice and not ready for that sudden change they talk about.
And no, they faked it! And he isn't going to reach the end zone, but hey, if that's the only thing that goes wrong, this game has been A-OK. The 2-point try fails. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Flowers now to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Taylor. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Offense to the line for 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down coming up.
With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile. You can't just be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play cover. These defenses more and more rely on you to break up throws just like that.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Now the Minnesota off. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Forced out to his right. That's completed right side. And he takes it in for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings can cruise to a win, growing that lead further. That is his 6th passing score of the game. A lot of quarterbacks could go several weeks without throwing. Oh, there he goes. It's a fake. Makes a cut to the right sideline. And he isn't going to reach the end zone. But hey, if that's the only thing that goes wrong, this game has been A-OK. The 2-point try fails. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot.
Kick out of bounds.
So marching forward after they accept the penalty. 1st and 10 from the 41. Here's a handoff for Taylor. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. To throw, Richardson. Taken in by Pierce. Gets it forward for a gain of 3. Shaq Griffin finishing that play off. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Richardson back to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Byron Murphy picks it.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. On play action now, McCarthy. Flushed out of the pocket. Down the right. This is caught inside the 15. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. This throw is caught. Touchdown, Minnesota. From Sid Luckman in 1943 to Drew Brees in 2015. We've had 8 quarterbacks throw 7 touchdowns in one game. And now we have a 9th who's accomplished that feat as his dominance over this defense continues. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Escapes out to the left. And they aren't slowing down in the slightest. 2 more to their lead. Man, what a blowout we've got here. All right, I might have understood this a couple of touchdowns ago. At this point, I'm not sure you can find much justification for going for 2, but they did. And that landslide grows bigger still.
Kate, does this feel personal to you?
Yeah, it does.
It does, right? This feels personal. And honestly, I'm having a flashback to Pete Carroll, Jim Harbaugh, USC, Stanford. After the game, when those 2 went out on the field, like, what's your deal? What's your deal?
Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. This is Taylor. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 8 yards on that pickup, and an even 10 remain on 3rd down. Richardson. Chased out to his right. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Punting unit out now. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Vikings and their QB J.J. McCarthy returning to the field on offense. And last drive, he reached one of those numbers that everyone looks at as a benchmark after the season ends, Brock. Quite the year that he's put together finding the end zone. And they score. It's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings piling onto the scoreboard yet again. J.J. McCarthy, the touchdown. Another score for him this game. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down.
Flowers now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Colts ready to take the field. And the turnovers have not helped as they find this game out of reach at the moment here in the third. Escapes the pocket. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. Back to the line they go. It's second down. Trying again following the sack. Hits him on the out route. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Well, that right there, Kate, that is the epitome of trust, and trust in your big physical tight end. Throwing his way into double coverage. You may question the decision when the ball leaves his hands, but it's tough to question when it produces results like that.
He was looking for Michael Pittman Jr., and that brings up 4th and long. Punt team on the field. And this is going to put him up to 6 punts today. He has it at the 33. And not only does he go in the wrong direction, but he's stopped for a net loss on the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. He's on the move. That's Jefferson. He's got it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. He'll get this to Jefferson. That one goes for 31 yards and a 1st down when all is said and done. From the red zone now. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Throwing now, off play action. On the move, headed right. And that's a Minnesota touchdown. Well, with that score right there, Brock, he has reached one of the pinnacles of playing quarterback here in the NFL. Most touchdown passes in a single game.
And I can promise you, after this game, he's going to do... I remember Peyton and Marvin having a back and forth after breaking a record. Neither of them wanted the ball because they knew it took all of them. And I promise you, after the game...
Oh, it's a fake. Looks like they're going to throw. Oh, he's in trouble, and he'll go down. The Colts got him.
You know, that's a call I'll see in the college game, but it's pretty dead and gone in the NFL, and for good reason. Even when you catch him off guard, the chances for success are extremely low. Can't do it.
Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Indianapolis offense ready to take another swing at it. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. He can run it. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Now Richardson to throw. Taylor makes the catch. And he's brought down for a loss.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook. And he knocked him back across the line.
Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. So out now comes the punter. Rigoberto Sanchez will kick it away. He's got it at the 24. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Buys time, rolling right. He goes back to him yet again, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Excellent pickup to move the chains, 36 yards in the end. And someone has officially flown higher than the Dutchman, Brock. That completion pushes him past Norm Van Brocklin for the most passing yards in a game in NFL history. And he takes it in for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings stretch their lead on the final play of the third. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. A fourth for him in this game, and one more ties the record. Oh, look at this. They're faking it. Oh, he drops a cut to the right sideline. And he's into the end zone, and that shows what kind of game they've been having. Even that works for them, and it adds an extra 2 to their lead. Thankfully, only one quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. Here's Reichard, set to kick this away. Flowers now to return it. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. Gets this one to Pierce. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. It's a good work to help reset.
Here's pressure, and he's dropped by the Vikings. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. Forced out to it. Oh, he loses the football. It's picked out by the Vikings, going the other way.
You're using this play to try for a first down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for 3rd down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. The back grabs it. Touchdown, Minnesota. Now, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock, he sure has taken advantage of a nice little...
You know, that's a